Yesterday, Sayadaw touched upon the two types of the ignorance, or two types of the avijja, the unknowing or ignorance, and false knowledge. So, when we practice meditation, it is very important for us to understand the method properly. It can be compared with a dosage. For a patient, it is very important to understand dosage, correct dosage properly. Because the wrong dosage can be very risky and a big problem. So in the same way, when you practice meditation, how to practice properly, the dosage of practice is very important. So you must learn first. And knowing how to practice properly can be overcome by learning the method properly from the correct teacher, suitable teacher. So when you practice meditation, the purpose is to overcome the attachment, anger, dosa, or the aversion, or moha, ignorance, or delusion, stupidity. So these are compared with the diseases. To cure or to prevent these mental diseases, or to prevent these mental diseases from affecting us, we have to learn the dosage of proper medicine, suitable medicine. Only then we will be able to cure our diseases of mind, raga, dosa, moha, attachment, aversion, and ignorance. And in this case, we have to avoid what we should avoid, and then we have to cure our disease, and until we are able to eradicate all types of mental defilements, mental diseases, we have to root out. So in this way, the ignorance or unknowing or the correct practice can be overcome by learning properly. That when you have learned how to practice meditation properly, then you have to put it into practice. You have to make great effort by noting the psychophysical phenomena the moment they take place. Only then you note the phenomena the moment they take place, you are able to understand, or you are able to discern the true nature of the mind and body, and you will gain the inside knowledge which is not available without practice. So that's why here expression is, so unknowing what you need to know, or unknowing the ignorance or the psychophysical phenomena can be overcome by practicing properly. So now Sayadaw is going to continue his talk based on practically, theoretically, based on this fact. So what we need to know is not very difficult to learn. It's no need to look for them. It's all the time rising and passing away in our body, mind and body process. For example, at the moment we see the seeing process is constituted of mental and physical phenomena. And in the same way, hearing, smelling, and tasting, touching, everything, every senses, the moment they take place, there's a mental and a physical phenomena obvious to us. So the moment we see the eye, the color or form, what we see, the eye and what we see, these both are physical phenomena. And then, as a result of their combination, the seeing consciousness takes place, which is mental phenomena. So the seeing process involves a mental and a physical phenomena at the same time. They are interrelationship, they are interaction. They take place in pair. So we must note then the moment they take place, then we are able to see the true characteristic of them. When the concentration and the mindfulness becomes strong, it is quite easy to see their true characteristic. Similarly, the moment we hear, the ear and the sound are physical phenomena. And then hearing consciousness, the resultant consciousness, it is a mental phenomena. In the same way, the moment we smell, the smelling process constituted of the mental and the physical phenomena. The smell and the nose are physical phenomena, and smelling consciousness is a mental phenomena. And when we eat something, similarly, the mental and the physical phenomena occurs to us very obviously. The taste of flavor and food, or tongue and flavor of food, of course, a physical phenomena. And the tasting consciousness, tongue consciousness, is a mental phenomena. The same way regarding the touching, when we touch something or someone, we feel the touching phenomena. So the touching can be felt or experienced when we touch with our body, any part. Where there is a flesh, we can feel sensation. So there, the whole body, where there is a flesh, can feel the sensation of touch, sensation of touching. So when we touch something or someone, we can feel the sensation of heat, or warmness, or tension, or hardness, and so on. So the moment we touch something or someone, these mental and physical phenomena occurs to us quite obviously. And here also mental and physical phenomena involved in the process. The physical body and what we touch are physical phenomena, of course. And touching consciousness, or body consciousness, is a mental phenomena. Then the sensation of hardness, or heat, or cold, or tension, etc. In the same way, when we are thinking about something, or planning, analyzing, wandering mind, and in this also, this mental object also constitutes of the mental and physical phenomena. This mental process also involved in mental and physical phenomena. The moment we think about something, there is a base for the mind, for the thinking mind or talking mind, and then talking mind itself. The base, physical base, where the talking mind or thinking mind exists, is a physical phenomena, or thinking mind is a mental phenomena. The objects can be various. It can be physical or mental, it can be conceptual also. So the knowing process or thinking process is also constituted of mental and physical phenomena. So if we want to know true characteristic of the mental and physical phenomena, of course we must know them the moment they take place. And then we are definitely able to see their characteristics. So the objects which is occurring to our senses all the time are briefly objects of meditation. It is a domain of the meditation. So the moment the object takes place, we have to note it so that the noting mind concurrent with the object. So here observation or noting means to be aware of the characteristic or the phenomena which taking place to us. So in this case we have to make proper effort to reach the object in time. We must be active, alert, energetic. Otherwise we may miss or we may be too late to reach the object. Object may be already disappeared. So we have to focus our mind on the object with a full effort or energy and a full care. Otherwise we may overshoot the object or we may not reach to the object in time. So in this case the right aiming or the right attention is very important. We must aim our mind on the object correctly or concurrently, so that we can reach to the object in time. Otherwise we may miss the object or we may overshoot it. So this type of the aiming is the factor or jhana. It's a jhanic factor. So it is a necessity to aim at the object precisely. It is a very important jhanic factor. It is just like hitting the target stone with another stone. If you hit the stone to the target properly, it can be hit to the target. Otherwise, you may be too excited, then you may overshoot it, or your stone may not reach to the target. So it is very important to be concurrent. Your noting mind must be concurrent with the object. You must note the object the moment they take place, not after, not before, so that you can hit the target object. Then when you are able to hit the target, you may feel satisfied with yourself. It's a rapture is there, it's a pity. So here expression, the moment the object takes place, focus on it precisely or concurrently. So this expression is a very widespread purpose and multi-purpose. When you see, the moment we see, we must note seeing the moment it takes place, concurrently, precisely, accurately. Similarly with the hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. The moment the object takes place, we must note it concurrently, precisely, accurately, so that we are able to see the characteristic, true characteristic of the mental and the physical phenomena. For example, when we note rising, falling, or the abdomen, so we must note the rising, the moment it takes place, not before, not after. Then we are able to see, we are able to experience the true characteristics involved in the rising, tension, tightness, etc. In the same way, similarly with the falling. And then, when we practice walking, and the moment lifting, the moment we lift our foot, we must pay attention right away to the object, lifting movement. And then note lifting. And then in the same way, when we forwarding and dropping down, or at the top of the walkway, we stand for a while there and noting standing. The moment we stand, note it as standing. Then we are able to see the true characteristics of the standing, which is involved in the standing process. And then turning. It also must be noted accordingly, turning. The moment it takes place. So, briefly, we must know the object, the moment it takes place. The object we have to note must be present. Even the opening your eye, closing your eye, twinkling, even small activities also, if possible, must be noted. So if you know the moment the object takes place, whether concurrently and precisely, then you are bound to see its true characteristics. So when we are noting the object, the moment they take place, the instant benefit is there. Our mind is purified. Our mind is pure. We can keep our mind away from mental defilements. So in this way our mind becomes blameless and flawless. So that's why this type of meritorious deeds or merits or wholesome deeds is called adhikusala in Pali. The superior wholesomeness or superior merit, meritorious deeds, so which much more superior to any other ordinary meritorious deeds. So for example, when we note rising, falling or the abdomen, we focus our mind on it. Then our mind becomes stable there on the object, not restless. It stays there, steady there, and calm and peaceful there on the object. Then there is the gathering of the mental phenomena. This is mindfulness is there, concentration is there. So we have to know the object concurrently, the moment they take place. So that's why it's an expression. Note the moment the object takes place, then mind becomes purified. So mind is purified by noting the object the moment they take place. Because there is no chance for raga, attachment, or love, or lust, or dosa, or hatred, or aversion. So this type of mental defilements, they cannot come approach to the mind, concentrated mind. Otherwise, there will be attachment, anger, hatred, aversion, or lust or love will occur to us. When we see something or someone we hate or we dislike, we feel aversion or we feel angry about that with the person. This is dosa, anger. So when we meet someone or something we love or we like, we may feel lustful or its attachment is there. On the other hand, when our mind is focused on the object, meditation object, then mind is become stable and steady, calm and quiet on the object. Then there is no chance for such a attachment, anger or hatred. Mind is momentarily flawless, blameless. This is an instant benefit we can get from meditation practice, from the noting. So we must develop such a mental state by noting continuously. So this type of development is called bhavana, development of mind. This development of mind is adikusala, superior meritorious deed. Because this bhavana, development of mind, is much more superior to any other meritorious deeds. If we fail to note an object the moment it takes place, just as I mentioned, when we see something or someone we love, the lust or attachment takes place. When we encounter something or someone we hate or we dislike, the aversion or hatred, anger, it will take place. So the mind, which is associated with the lobha and dosa, aversion, hatred or attachment, is very weak, very fragile, very sensitive. That's why this type of emotion takes place. If your mind is strong enough, you can resist this type of emotion. So, ajikusala, the superior meritorious deeds, is a very strong mind, very powerful type of mind. So although we encounter, we meet something or someone we love, there won't be attachment or lust. Or when we see or encounter something or someone we hate, we dislike, the anger or aversion or hatred may not occur to us. Because our mind developed by through the meditation practice become or grow mature enough to resist this type of mental emotion or love or hate or aversion or attachment. So we have to try our best to note any object the moment they take place. Then our mind is strong enough to resist these type of mental mental defilements. So there's an expression is the moment the object takes place, we must note it. As a yogi, this is very important to understand what a yogi need to do. Actually, just a momentary concentration, momentary mindfulness, and momentary adhikusala. Later, this adhikusala, the meritorious, superior meritorious deeds, become more and more accumulated. Then we are able to see, or we are able to distinguish between the mind and the body, mental and physical phenomena, and then their interrelationships. Through our own experience, not hearsay, not from the teacher's talk, not from reading. Through our own experience, we are able to see the mental and physical phenomena distinctly, or we are able to distinguish between mind and body and their characteristics. For example, the moment the rising takes place, then we note it. So we are able to see rising is a different characteristics. Knowing is a different one. So you are able to distinguish between a mental characteristic and a physical characteristic. And similarly with the fallen, they are also mind and body. They are interrelationships very clear. Without object, there is no mind can take place. So the object is cause, and the knowing mind is the effect, result. So it's a cause and effect relationship. In the same way, heat, cold, etc. These are physical phenomena, physical characteristics. These are all objects to be aware. So when we note these objects, the noting mind is a mental phenomena. So when we know, for example, rising falling, the knowing of the rising falling is a mental phenomena, and the tension or tightness or movement which is involved in the rising falling are physical characteristic, physical phenomena. So in this way we are able to distinguish mind and body, and then their relationships or their interaction, or their the law of cause and effect of mind and body. So if we are going to going on noting, our knowledge won't stop there. Our inside knowledge will go further and further. So we are expected to see their mind and body and their relationships, interaction, and then our knowledge goes further to see the impermanence or arising and passing away of the phenomena, mental and physical phenomena. So there is an expression when we see the mental and physical phenomena and their characteristic, we start to see their impermanence. For example, when we note rising, falling, the rising take place, and the noting mind occur, and then right away both of them are disappear, and then new rising, falling occur. In this way, old one disappear, new one occurring all the time, continuously, non-stop occurrence. But this appearance and disappearance is not actually the absolute truth. It is the manner of the mental and the physical phenomena which is actually exists, or which is absolute truth. The appearance and the disappearance is actually the sign or the mark of the mind and the body. So if we see the mental and the physical phenomena or their characteristics, we spontaneously see their impermanence without making much effort. If we see the mental and the physical phenomena the moment they take place, we automatically see their impermanence, their disappearance, their appearance, and their disappearance, of course. So Sayadaw is going to continue this Dhamma talk tomorrow. Today's time is as 1 hour. If there is no necessary reason, Sayadaw later he give Dhamma talk only 1 hour. So enough for today. Sadhu, 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 sadhu.